The newly passed state budget has thousands of line items, each designating what to do with $50 billion over 2 years.
A small slice goes to the North Wilkesboro Speedway, $18 million to help revive the historic track. WFMY News 2's Grace Holland took a look back at its heyday and found out what could be in store for the future.
The winds of change blowing over this empty track. You can almost hear its historic past, echoing through each turn.
It had to go circle, it had to go make its turn and come back home.
Ronald Queen takes care of the North Wilkesboro Speedway today, never forgetting its final race.
It was just a huge crowd. It was standing room only.
2 times a year, all the hotels, restaurants, everybody would hit their lick then.
It was one of the first tracks in the sport of NASCAR, home to 2 Winston Cup Series races. Today, those races are run in newer venues. The track with ties back to the moonshine days deemed outdated.
And I thought it was gone forever.
The last NASCAR lap on this 5/8 of a mile came in 1996, and many thought that it would enter the history books of racing as a legend. But the state budget gives $18 million to the county for water, sewer, and other infrastructure improvements, bringing hope for a rebirth at the track. County and town officials will work with the track's owner to pave the way. They've got a running list: water and sewer line upgrades, road repairs, and a facelift for the facilities. It's unclear what kind of racing will return, but aspirations are high.
You want to see a NASCAR race, whether it be truck, Xfinity, or the others running, it don't matter.
Once you tear down those buildings that are collapsing, once you improve the plumbing and the other utilities there at the Speedway, I don't think there's going to be I don't think you're going to have to start over.
The hope is the track would also be home to other events, concerts, 5Ks, and more. All a welcome boost for local businesses.
Put Wilkes back in the, in the chatterbox.
It could change everything for businesses like Keith Johnson's Diner. Racing runs deep in his family. He's the nephew of famed driver Junior Johnson. For him, the revival is more than dollars in his pocket.
We'd go to the track. Back then, everything's more family-oriented. This is where it all began, and you'd like to see them sort of get back to their roots. And I think if they ever do, they might rediscover a fan base they were missing.
With history in the rear view, a new race begins.
You keep working, and you keep talking, and that's sort of what's went on, and now here we are again.
Grace, the community really is getting behind this idea. You're saying the company that originally paved the Speedway, they're interested in repaving it.
Yeah, that's exactly what Ronald told me when I was out there. And it's not the only example of interest in helping with this. He said there were like 100 firefighters who showed up to clear some trees that were overgrown on the property. So, you drive through that area. If you've been down 421 lately, you've probably seen the Save the Speedway billboard. There's also the yard signs. People are just really excited to hopefully bring this back.
All right, we'll see how it goes. Thanks, Grace. Great story.